I suggest them to buy a wet grinder, not because I'm a friend of Kundan. Because ladies, if you take in India, even though we say men and women are equal, the women have to work both in the kitchen as well as the bank. Unlike the men folk who can come to the bank and go the evening even for a cup of coffee, they will relax in the east chair. The wife has to bring the coffee. She would have done her hobbies, our day's work. So I always bear this point in mind. I tell the ladies when they come, why don't you buy a grinder so that it will be helpful to them in their, at least the kitchen. But this lady refused my offer to buy a grinder. She said, refrigerator I need. I said, okay, how is that possible? Then she said, this refrigerator is needed for a medical shop in a place nearby Madras, a suburb. They said, this comes at a small loan. For this, you have to command area. You have to go to approach the nearest branch. And again declined. Immediately I found tears, a rice full of tears. And what she told was really, reached my heart. She said, she's a widow. She got married, she gave birth to 3 sons, and her husband passed away. With great difficulty, she gave them education, and they got the graduation. Unfortunately, she could not get them job. Wherever she went, nobody is there willing to help her, to give employment to her sons, and some people demanded money which she didn't have. When she went to nationalized banks, what she told me was, I see so many things in the TV, newspapers, but when I went and approached the bank, uniformly everyone declined. She said, my son with a great difficulty, he passed a course in pharmaceutical science, and he has started a medical shop for which a refrigerator is a must. But I don't find any bank who is prepared to give him a refrigerator loan. The moment she said, I forgot all my rules. The command area, the area of operation, jurisdiction, everything I forgot. Because I saw a mother, I didn't see a borrower. Immediately I granted the loan. I'm happy to inform you, she has been continuously paying installments. And I told her, even if she has some schemes for other 2 sons, we'll be too happy to take up that. Similarly, so many instances have come across, we try to help everybody with a very humanitarian approach. Recently, we conducted a survey in a slum in Danambed, what we call SS Puram and Nakir Nagar. And I'm very happy to inform my bank staff, numbering about 24 or 26, they all came with me. They spent the whole of a Sunday, a precious Sunday, which they would have spent before a TV. They were all there to conduct a survey. What we thought, why should borrowers approach us? Why not we approach them before they come to us? Because when they go, they are not prepared. It will help us also to know the real requirement. Unlike when they come to us, they come well prepared. And mostly, they are being tutored or taught to make some false requests. So we went down the slum. I want to tell you, actually our heart started bleeding. And we came across so many instances where we thought our helping hand should immediately be extended. We saw 2 ladies, one lady is 15 years old, another 49, both of them Rangoon refugees. They are living in a hut. The thatch is gone already, half of them gone. And they don't have a means of livelihood. They are almost dying out of poverty. We told them, please come, we'll help you. In another family, there are about 9 members, father, mother and his son, and number of children. The father and mother, they are invalid. The son, last 9 years, is peddling a rickshaw, which he doesn't own. He has to pay about 7 rupees a day. And only after, first 7 rupees will go to the rickshaw owner. And the rest of the only, he can take it to his family. So these things when we saw, we thought that we should evolve a scheme. Even though we evolved the MP tax collection, which mostly goes to help the people belonging to the higher set of the society. And we want to evolve schemes to help different people belonging to different set of society. Now, the scheme which I wish to announce here is what we call it Slum Tenements Cottage Industry. That's what I named it, probably will change the name. Slum Tenements Cottage Industry. Here, in this scheme, what we are planning, I'm not ridiculing the system at present, but what happens, the small loans when they are extended, people take the loan. Many people, they don't actually buy the article. Even the people buy the article, let us say sewing machine, they don't know what to do with the machine. Even if they know what to do with the machine, they don't know marketing, they can't get customers. So ultimately, they sell the machine. I want to see that we have a scheme which will overcome all these hurdles. Under the new scheme, what we are planning now, already we have spoken with 2 of the government exporters. These government exporters, they convey their agreement, they convey their consent to associate themselves with us. Under the scheme, we will be giving machines under our priority sector loan, and the export garment companies will go to the slum and they will teach the ladies tailoring. They will provide the cloth every day. They will have them stitched. They will pay the wages and collect back the clothes. So under the scheme, I feel the earning is 100% ensured, and they are also going to learn something which they don't know. In that way, I feel that we can really do a lot to remove the misery of the people. There are so many variables are there. We can approach big industries, whether they can have anything to be done by an ancillary unit. We can start some small ancillary unit. We are in touch with the slum clearance board. They are also happy to associate themselves under the scheme, and I'm very sure that this scheme, if once successful, I hope that our bank will extend to other areas, and you can see people, they come out of poverty, they earn a decent livelihood. And lastly, I would like to say one more thing, and shortly to present our customers. You must be seeing that day by day we are introducing a lot of new things. As Mr. Rogira pointed out, what we have got public relations IOBs. According to me, many people are misunderstanding that this public relations work is the work of the manager. And I feel that it's the work of, I won't say manager to messenger, messenger to manager. Everyone is a public relations man. That's why we coined a new name, Public Relations IOBN, because we can't call them public relations officers. We call them public relations IOBNs. We have taken the photograph of all the staff members. We neatly paste it in a board. Once in a month, every month 3 people are selected. We change the photograph, and all the staff members are available to help the customers. Not only these 3 staff members, any staff member is a public relations IOBN. Always our customers are free to contact any one of the public relations IOBNs or any staff member for any help. And I am always seeing my staff members cooperating very well, even making late payments, and countless ways are helping the customers. We are going to introduce what we call a drive-in counter. The counter is ready. Only we are looking for a probably auspicious day. Drive-in counter, as you all know, it's not something new. Our bank introduced this drive-in counter in 1967 itself. 2 unique things introduced by IOB in those days were, one was a drive-in counter where you can sit in your car and do your banking. Another one, night depository. Suppose you want to deposit your jewels in the night time, that also was available in IOB. You can put it in a bag and drop it in a box meant for the purpose. So these things were conceived by a bank long back. It's not something new we are doing. But here we are trying to improve it further. What we are planning, we are going to have 2 schemes. One is actually offering this drive-in service. Secondly, you all know the rag pickers, the miserable life these rag pickers lead in our place. I think India will be the only country where youngsters who should go to schools, they spend their time going to the dustbins, garbage bins, collecting the filthy papers, fighting with dogs and pigs, and after a day's hard labor, they go to some intermediary who just pays them 3 or 4 rupees. And in fact, this idea I got it when I saw a TV documentary, a boy, how he lives beneath the Gemini flyover and how he carries on his livelihood. It touched my heart, and I thought that we should do something for the rag pickers. We got 3-4 schemes for the rag pickers. Scheme number 1 is, when the drive-in counter is introduced, we are going to have a small sort of a service station where the rag pickers will be provided with all types of modern equipments like a compressor, water jet and all those things. Particularly the people who come in a self-driven car, who have no time to clean their car, they can avail the service of the rag pickers. We'll have 3 batches of 4 rag pickers. These rag pickers, the moment the car owner approaches them, you would have the car cleaned. They will clean the car just at a nominal rate of 3 or 4 rupees. This one service we are contemplating. Another one, they sort of a promotion to them in what they are doing already. That is, they are already dealing in paper. We thought we would promote them. That we will provide a cycle, a weighing balance and a uniform. And they will go around houses and buy the old newspapers, and we will ourselves arrange for sale of the old newspapers. It's another idea we are having. Third one, after all these boys, after collecting this paper, they go to some intermediaries. We want to eliminate these intermediaries. What we will do, we will try to form a cooperative society where this paper will be bought and the profit will be shared by all the rag pickers. And let me not take much of your time. We got many more schemes. Let me reserve it for the next meeting. And now I as a manager of Tanambed branch, on my behalf and on behalf of all the staff members, my dear IOBians from Tanambed, I assure you, all my clients, of very good customer service, and we assure you that we'll take care of all your banking, I want to underline, non-banking or banking or non-banking needs. Already we are doing it in an informal way. And all types of service, all ethical, moral, good services will be rendered at IOB Tanambed. I also take this opportunity to thank my staff members, but for whom today we will not have this function. I request my staff members to continue their good work, and most important is they should spread this message, service message. Wherever they go, they should tell about it, so that we will not have any copyright. Let anyone copy it, so that people are happy. Thank you very much.
The purpose of nationalization of the banking system has been really achieved by the development work which IOB Tanambed is doing. Now may I request our chief guest of the evening, Mr. Krishna Swami, to give us a few words of his advice. Thank you.
என்னுடைய மேலாளர், பொது மேலாளர் சகோதரர் நிர்மல் அவர்களே, அவருக்கு உறுதுணையாக உள்ளார்ந்த கடமை உணர்ச்சியோடு பணிபுரிகின்ற மற்ற சகோதரர்களே, அந்த வங்கியில் தொடர்பு கொண்டு மிக நெருக்கமாக இருக்கின்ற வாடிக்கையாளர்களே மற்றுமுள்ள நண்பர்களே, இன்று அன்பிற்குரிய சகோதரர்கள் ஏற்பாடு செய்திருக்கின்ற இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி ஒரு வித்தியாசமான நிகழ்ச்சியாகும். ஒரு புதுமையான நிகழ்ச்சி கூட பலருக்கு தோன்றலாம். இது ஒரு முன்மாதிரியான நிகழ்ச்சியாக கூட இதை ஆக்கியிருக்கிறார்கள். இதுவரையில் வங்கியிலே இருக்கிற வாடிக்கையாளர்கள் எல்லாம் ஒன்று கூடி அந்த நிர்வாகத்தை பாராட்டுவது என்பது அரிதாக இருந்திருக்கிறது. ஆனால் இன்றைய தினம் அந்த காரியத்தை நாம் எல்லாம் செய்கிறோம் என்றால் அது அந்த வங்கியிலே இருக்கின்ற பொது மேலாளர் அருமை சகோதரர் நிர்மல் அவர்களும் அவருக்கு உறுதுணையாக இருக்கின்ற மற்ற சகோதரர்களும் ஆற்றியிருக்கிற பணியை பாராட்டுகின்ற வகையிலே இந்த காரியத்தை நாம் மேற்கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். உங்களுக்கு முன்பாக நான் இன்றைக்கு பாராட்டுரையை நல்கிறேன் என்றால், நானும் அந்த IOB வங்கியினுடைய வாடிக்கையாளர் என்ற அந்த தகுதியிலே தான் அந்த கடமையை நான் இன்று ஆற்றுகிறேன். ஏறத்தாழ ஒரு 20 ஆண்டுகளாக அந்த IOB நிறுவனத்தோடு மிக நெருக்கமான தொடர்பு கொண்டவன் நான். அச்சக தொழில் இன்றும் நான் நடத்தி வருகிறேன். அதற்கு இந்த IOB வங்கி தான் தொடக்க காலத்திலே இருந்து எங்களை போன்றவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் ஊக்குவித்து உறுதுணையாக இருந்து ஒரு நிலைத்த சக்தியாக அது வழங்கி கொண்டிருக்கிறது. ஆக ஒரு 20 ஆண்டுகள் பொதுவாகவே அந்த IOB வங்கி ஆற்றி வருகின்ற அருந்தொண்டை நான் அறிவேன். குறிப்பாக சிறப்பாக நம்முடைய தேனாம்பேட்டை வங்கி ஆற்றி வருகின்ற பணியை மிக அணுக்கத்திலே இருந்து அறிகின்ற பல வாய்ப்புகளை எல்லாம் நான் பெற்றிருக்கிறேன். இங்கே எனக்கு முன்பு பேசிய நண்பர்கள் எல்லாம் ஒவ்வொருவரும் ஒவ்வொரு கோணத்திலே இருந்து ஒவ்வொரு அனுபவங்களை எல்லாம் அன்புக்குரிய நிர்மல் அவர்களும் மற்றும் அவருக்கு உறுதுணையாக இருக்க மற்ற அந்த வங்கியினுடைய அதிகாரிகளும் பணியாளர்களும் வாடிக்கையாளரிடத்திலே எவ்வளவு கனிவாக நடந்து கொள்கிறார்கள், மிகச் சிறிய பிரச்சனையாக இருந்தாலும் கூட எப்படி திருந்த செய்கிறார்கள் என்பதையெல்லாம் அனுபவபூர்வமாக எடுத்து சொன்னார்கள். எனக்கு முன்பு இங்கே பேசிய சகோதரர்கள் எடுத்து சொன்னது போல, ஒரு காலத்திலே வங்கி என்றால் அது வசதி படைத்தவர்கள், மேட்டுக்குடியினர், செல்வாக்கு மிக்கவர்கள், செல்வமிக்கவர்கள் என இப்படி ஒரு சிறு குறிப்பிட்ட எண்ணிக்கை கொண்ட மக்களுக்குத்தான் பயன்படுகின்ற வாய்ப்பாக இருந்தது. அது தேசியமயமாக்கப்பட்ட பிறகு அந்த தத்துவமே மாறி, அணுகுமுறையை மாறி, இன்றைக்கு மிகச் சாமானியர்கள் கூட அந்த நிதி வசதியை வங்கிகளுடைய வாயிலாக பெறலாம் என்ற ஒரு நல்ல ஆரோக்கியமான ஒரு சூழ்நிலை ஏற்பட்டிருக்கிறது. ஆனால் எவ்வளவுதான் திட்டங்களை போட்டாலும், கொள்கைகளை வகுத்தாலும், அரசிற்கு ஆதரவை தந்தாலும் அதனை செயல்படுத்துவர்கள் அந்த வங்கியில இருக்கின்ற அந்த அதிகாரிகள் தான். அவர்கள் மட்டும் உள்ளார்ந்த இன்வால்மெண்ட், ஈடுபாடோடு அந்த காரியத்தை செய்யாவிட்டால் திட்டங்கள் நிச்சயமாக அது எண்ணிய வகையில நடைபெறாது என்பது என்னை போன்ற ஒரு பொறுப்பிலே இருப்பவர்களுடைய அனுபவமாகும். திட்டங்கள் தீட்டுவது என்பது ஒரு கட்டம், நிதி ஒதுக்குவது என்பது ஒரு கட்டம், கொள்கைகளை சொல்லுவது என்பது ஒரு கட்டம். ஆனால் இவைகளெல்லாம் வடிவம் பெற வேண்டுமானால் அதை நிறைவேற்றுகின்ற அதிகாரிகள் ஒரு மனிதாபிமான நோக்கோடு, தொண்டு உள்ளத்தோடு, அவர்கள் சொன்னது போல இதை தொழிலாக கருதாமல் தொண்டாக கருதி அந்த ஒரு சுவாபம், அந்த கேரக்டர், அந்த டெம்பரமெண்ட் உருவானால் தான் அந்த திட்டங்கள் எல்லாம் செயல்படுகின்ற பாங்கை நம்முடைய வாழ்க்கையிலே பார்க்கிறோம். குறிப்பாக நம்முடைய தேனாம்பேட்டை வங்கி மிக சாமானியமாக குடிசையிலே வாழ்கிற மக்களில் இருந்து நடுத்தர மக்கள், அடித்தளத்தில் இருக்கிற மக்கள், இவர்களுடைய நலன்களை எல்லாம் கூட ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக அவர்கள் பார்த்து இன்றைக்கு ஆற்றி வருகிற பணிகளை எல்லாம் அன்புக்குரிய சகோதரர் நிர்மல் அவர்கள் விவரித்தார்கள். வாடிக்கையாளராக நாமெல்லாம் இன்றைக்கு அவருக்கு நன்றி சொல்லுகிறோம் என்றால், மேலும் மேலும் இதனை போன்ற பணிகள் அவர்கள் தொடர்ந்து தொய்வில்லாமல் செய்ய வேண்டும், ஒரு ஊக்கத்தோடு செய்ய வேண்டும் என்ற அந்த நல்ல நோக்கத்தோடு தான் இந்த இனிய விழாவை அன்பிற்குரிய ரஜினி அவர்களும் மற்றும் அவர்களோடு இணைந்திருக்கிற சகோதரர்களும் மிகச் சிறப்பாக எடுத்து, அதிலே வாடிக்கையாளர் என்ற தகுதியில் எனக்கும் ஒரு வாய்ப்பளித்து ஒரு தொண்டு புரிகின்ற சந்தர்ப்பத்தை அளித்ததற்காக நன்றி சொல்லி, அன்பிற்குரிய சகோதரர் நம்முடைய நிர்மல் அவர்களுடைய தொண்டும், அவருக்கு உறுதுணையாக இருக்கிற மற்ற சகோதரருடைய தொண்டும் வளர்க வாழ்க என்று சொல்லி என்னுடைய உணர்வுகளை முடித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். வணக்கம்.
If there is any other customer who would like to say a few words, he is welcome.
Respected Chief Guest of the evening, Mr. KAK, staff of IOB, fellow customers, and ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to deliver a vote of thanks. Let me thank everybody after mentioning few words about the service done by IOB, apart from the regular banking done by each and every bank. As such, the regular banking is done at the, say, superior level at IOB Thanambet. No doubt it is being well done. And over and above that, also as a fellow Rotarian from Rotary Club of Madras North, I must really appreciate the staff of IOB in doing other social service than banking service, which will ultimately benefit the bank in other way, but not as such expecting anything when they do that social work. In fact, who will think of constructing a school somewhere in North Madras when they are doing a service, banking service like motor vehicle tax collection? It is only the IOB Thanambet can do. And also imagine, even when we go on the road, at times we feel that we don't feel like going in a road where slums are there. But spending whole of the day or even hours together in slums, I was told that even on Deepavali day they distributed sweets. And it really gives me a great pleasure in mentioning few of the services apart from the banking, because banking as such, as a customer I enjoy, and as a Rotarian I enjoy their social service. And I would like to say a few words on the social service, because which is being neglected altogether, leave alone the banking service by other branches or banks. Because one thing is, IOB's slogan is good people to grow with. That grow is growing on the part of the customer as well as on the staff. But here, it is not only that good people to grow with, good people to move with, and good people to negotiate or transact with. So let me put an end to that felicitation to IOB as far as service banking or non-banking is concerned. And let me wish for the future thoughts and projects which are pending for disposal at your manager's table. Anyhow, my hearty felicitation and sincerely thank each and every one of the staff having come on our invitation to grace this occasion. And I also thank the staff in the dais who represent IOB as such, because whenever I see unique things like social service or even customer felicitate, because so long we were enjoying your service as such, because when you were one of your bank staff, when they offered me a seat, I said, I am a host here. I must actually felicitate you, or I must actually host you. So you please take your seat. So that's why actually this is, somehow or other I would request the press people to cover this aspect, because the customers, there may be some small problems in any one of the branch. But you can see IOB, because I have introduced so many customers and they are happy with IOB Tanambed service. And I would request the press people to cover it. And then the management also should know how the branch is being well run. And I feel the management should also make it as a model branch so that they can make all the 1,200 branches in the same way. And let me thank all the staff once again, and also my colleague customers for having come. And I request everybody to stay for the dinner. And thank you once again. And I request our chief guest to stay for the dinner, please, because he is looking on the watch. Probably. Anyway, I request everybody to stay for the dinner and then grace the occasion, because food is always better. And it is added attraction for life. Thank you.
You are coming from where? You are Mr. So self-introduction. Mr. Sovereign. All right.
password. our customer
Murugappan from MR Brothers. Mr. Murugappan, what is it? You are good. What can you
Thank you.